We've all heard the terms selfless and selfish when describing how people navigate their relationships and priorities. But have you ever heard of being self-full? Being self-full represents a compassionate balance, a space where you honor your own needs while still caring for others. Unlike selflessness, which often comes at the expense of your well-being, or selfishness, which can disregard others entirely, self-fullness encourages sustainability, mutual respect, and healthier relationships. Selflessness can be powerful when it's a choice, not a pattern. It allows you to give generously without losing yourself. Healthy selfishness, on the other hand, means knowing when to prioritize your own needs as an act of self-respect and self-preservation. By embracing self-fullness, you develop a way of being that uplifts both yourself and those around you. In this video, we'll explore these three mindsets, their healthy expressions, potential pitfalls, and how you can find balance through self-fullness. Selflessness can be beautiful, especially in moments of connection or crisis. Habitual selflessness, driven by guilt or fear, often leads to burnout and resentment. Healthy selflessness is intentional. Ask yourself, am I giving freely, or am I seeking validation? Pair acts of generosity with self-care to ensure your giving is sustainable. Jumping into action to help someone in immediate danger, even if it inconveniences or challenges you, can reflect courage and compassion. For example, helping someone who's fallen on the street or giving a meal to someone in need. In close relationships, occasional selflessness can strengthen bonds, showing love and commitment. For instance, sacrificing your comfort to care for a sick loved one. Volunteering or giving to those in need, especially when done with clear boundaries, can uplift others and provide a sense of purpose. Contributing to a collective goal, such as helping a team meet a deadline, can benefit everyone, including you, as a member of the group. It's habitual and leaves you drained. It stems from guilt, fear of rejection, or a desire for external validation. It prevents you from setting boundaries and meeting your own needs. Ask yourself, am I giving freely, or am I seeking validation? Pair acts of generosity with self-care to ensure your giving is sustainable. Save your selflessness for causes and people that genuinely matter to you. Sometimes prioritizing yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. Saying no to protect your well-being is an act of self-respect. Balance is key here. Selfishness that consistently disregards others' needs harms relationships. But healthy selfishness recognizes that you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking time for yourself to rest, recharge, and protect your mental health. This might include saying no to social events or work obligations when you're overwhelmed. Protecting your time, energy, and emotions by saying no to people or situations that drain you. Healthy boundaries help maintain your well-being. Prioritizing your dreams and aspirations, even if it means temporarily focusing less on others, such as taking a class or training for a fitness goal. Prioritizing activities like exercise, sleep, or a nutritious diet, even if it inconveniences others. Recognizing when you're overcommitted and pulling back to maintain long-term effectiveness and happiness. Disregarding the needs or feelings of loved ones in favor of your own desires, or exploiting others for personal gain without considering their well-being, can deeply harm relationships. Refusing to collaborate or help others in situations where teamwork or shared effort is necessary, like in work or family dynamics. Making choices that deliberately or inadvertently hurt others, like canceling commitments last minute repeatedly. Failing to recognize when others genuinely need your help or support. Politely decline requests or obligations that overwhelm you. Use phrases like, "I can't commit to that right now, but I appreciate you asking." Block out time in your calendar for activities that rejuvenate you, whether it's reading, meditating, or simply relaxing. Share your boundaries and priorities with others clearly and kindly to avoid misunderstandings. Identify what drains and recharges you and adjust your commitments accordingly. Regularly check in with yourself to ensure your choices align with your long-term goals and well-being, not short-term indulgence. Aim for a middle ground where you care for yourself while maintaining empathy and consideration for others. Self-fullness is about harmony, caring for yourself without neglecting those around you. It's realizing that self-care isn't selfish, it's foundational. For instance, prioritizing rest before helping a friend ensures you're fully present for them. The oxygen mask rule applies. Care for yourself first so you're able to care for others. Taking care of your own needs while still showing up for others, including helping a friend after ensuring you've had enough rest. Demonstrating healthy habits to inspire others, such as prioritizing self-care, which can encourage loved ones to do the same. Managing your stress first, like taking a breather during a heated discussion, before addressing external demands. Investing in personal development, such as pursuing education or therapy, which benefits both you and your relationships. Balancing generosity with your own limits. For instance, volunteering while ensuring you still have time for yourself. Focusing too much on balance can unintentionally create distance in relationships. If someone close to you has an urgent or critical need, focusing too much on your own balance may seem unkind or dismissive. Using self-fullness as an excuse to avoid difficult but necessary responsibilities, such as helping a family member in genuine distress. If your focus on being self-full isn't communicated well, others might misinterpret it as selfishness or indifference. Regularly reflect on your emotions, energy levels, and needs so you can make informed choices about how to spend your time and energy. Let others know how you're balancing your needs with theirs. For instance, say, "I need some time to recharge, and then I'll be available to help." Choose when and how to help others based on your capacity, ensuring it doesn't compromise your own well-being. Understand that self-fullness isn't about perfect balance, but about making intentional, thoughtful decisions most of the time. Just like on a plane, care for yourself first so you're in the best position to support others effectively. The concepts of selfless, self-full, and selfish reflect three distinct approaches to balancing your own needs with the needs of others. Involves prioritizing others' needs over your own. While this can demonstrate generosity and compassion, habitual selflessness often leads to burnout, resentment, or feeling undervalued. It may also unintentionally promote unhealthy dependence in relationships. Focuses solely on one's own needs, often disregarding or minimizing the needs and feelings of others. While this approach can lead to short-term personal gain, it risks damaging relationships, eroding trust, and creating isolation. Is the middle ground, a harmony between self-care and care for others. Self-full individuals maintain boundaries, respect their own limits, and sustain their energy, ensuring they can show up for others without neglecting themselves. This balance nurtures mutual respect and healthier relationships. To shift from selflessness to self-fullness, start by recognizing your limits and seeing self-care as essential, not indulgent. Understand that overextending yourself is neither sustainable nor helpful in the long term. Learn to say no or delegate when needed. Balance your commitments by assessing what drains and recharges you. Let others know your boundaries and capacity. This builds mutual understanding and respect. View self-care as a way to better support others rather than as selfishness. By embracing self-fullness, you honor your well-being while creating space for authentic, sustainable connections. It's not about choosing between yourself and others. It's about showing up for both in harmony. Which mindset resonates most with you? Selfless, selfish, or self-full? Share your thoughts in the comments.